it's really quite dark, I'm afraid, so you can't really see anything. But we are at the Radisson Red at Heathrow prior to our flight to Japan in the morning. We've got double beds. Don't know what you call that. Stool at the end of the bed. Double beds, bunk beds over here. USB points and a plug and one over there. As I say, it's very dark. It's nice. It's quite spacious. It's a nice size for a family. So we've got wardrobes there. Let's see. Again. Oh, there's a light in it. So iron and iron board. Tea and coffee stuff. At least you can see here. So enough for two. Not really enough for four, but there we are. And then a nice bathroom. No toilet. Dress by the look of it. Nice big shower. Rainfall shower head and a separate one. So they look like they can either fold in and lock away or have them out like that. And again, red stairs. The towels are on the edge of the beds here. Well, yeah, this is a nice big bed as well with a nice picture. Very nice.
So the bunk beds, you think, oh wow, you know, it's really sturdy. 120 kilos it takes.
Okay. So we're on floor 2. So we'll just walk you down the corridor to the lifts. Got a lovely pug and whatever that is. Big red taxi.
Rio taxi.
So we're walking up to the bar and reception. There's the bar over there. So we're just walking down to reception because we just asked here how we get to Terminal 5. And we probably could have gone to Terminal 2, which is right next door to us, because the airport is just over there. You can hear the planes. I'm going to go outside, Stu, 1 sec. You can hear the planes taking off all the time here. I'm going to try and see if you can. And typically you can't. But anyway, just across that road is Terminals 1 and 2. So back in. And we came along here. We checked in there ourselves, but it was a bit of a pain. But anyway, here is rides to Heathrow. So it's either a shuttle or an Uber. And we went for the Uber, which was £30 to Terminal 5.
Yeah.
And that's a private Uber, whereas the shuttle was a shared service and it was 28. So
we needed a big car.
So for an extra £2, we've got a private ride across. So that was really handy, really easy to do. Yeah, you get free water here and apples, random. So we are at Terminal 5, waiting for our BA flight to Tokyo. First time ever. Very excited. Very excited. We've got 14 days out there. The itinerary, just briefly, is Tokyo for 2 days, a tour to Hanoke, see Mount Fuji, then on to Kyoto via the Anoshi train, which I'm so excited about. Then on to Osaka, Universal, then on to Disney, and then back to Tokyo to end, and then home. So really full on trip, cannot wait. So break it up into sections and things. So hope you enjoy it, because I think we're going to love it. I paid for a fast pass through security. Excuse me, I had no mascara on. I couldn't be bothered. We're up from 5:45. Anyway.
Yeah.
And it was £50 for all 4 of us. I think it took 20 minutes, but Stu says it was 10, but it wasn't. And it was busy. Was it worth it? I don't think so. And also, they were incredibly rude. They were starting there talking about the people, saying, oh, these lot are getting me really annoyed. Young girls just being gobby, really. And it was, I think, unprofessional. And just, it's always the same with security though, isn't it? But anyway, we're through, and we wanted to talk a little bit about the hotel last night. So we stayed, just to remind you, we stayed at the Radisson Red or at Heathrow Terminal 2, and then we got that Uber taxi across, which was 30 quid. So what did you think of the room and the bed, Stuart?
Big room, really good size, clean, tidy. Pillows are rubbish, like paper.
Pillows were like, if you think of cotton candy when you add water to it, they look nice and fluffy, and then they just go.
But it was comfy. No, it was comfy. It's a shame that we only got probably about 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, it's comfy. Hotel's nice, good location. Bit more upmarket than the Premier Inns and what have you that we're used to staying in, and I would recommend it probably. However, it's nice to come out somewhere with a bit of light, because the whole hotel was dark.
Oh, the room, the lighting in the room was awful, really bad, not very good at all.
And that was the same through the whole hotel, but these guys kept moaning about the lights flickering above them, but it was like ambient. But anyway, yeah, nice experience. You self-check-in, check-out, which is a bit manic, but all in all, yeah, good.
It was definitely worth doing as well, because our flight is at 9, so if we had to drive from Northampton here, then it would have been awful.
Sorry, my mummy's phoning Stu, and my mummy's sitting there, and Stu's sitting there. Not quite sure, she doesn't even know she's done it. So we have got a foggy day today, unfortunately, so we'll be using the instruments on the plane to guide us up. But we're through, scanned boarding passes about 60 times, but here we go. So we're flying
Premium
Economy, BA. We've just sat down. So we're all plugged in, ready for our
14 hours. So we're flying Premium Economy, and just look at the bag. You get headphones, you look quite smart. These ones, you get a little bag. So I'm just going to have a quick look to see what's inside. There's a little flannel. Looks like toothpaste, toothbrush. That's it, I think.
And is that a pen?
I don't know. Yeah.
So you can get brewdog, wine, 11.17, soft drinks. Ooh. And these are the way the tray tables come out, and they slide back and forward, and then it folds in half, and it just comes out of this little slot here, which is nice and handy. And you've got an extra little holder there. There's a holder down there, I think that's for water. Your footrest. You can put things in that, but it might fall through. But it's just absolutely loads of room. There's Scarlett's legs. Sure, it's 5'10" or 11, and look at the room he still has in front of him. So yeah, really good. And the headphones, I know Stu showed them, but they're really good. Really good headphones. These screens are annoying as ever. Mine won't listen to my fingers, but that's part of the course. And then you've got the front bit here. Now this rattles, which is a bit off-putting, but what are you going to do? That's a really nice cabin. This is a 422, and down the back is a 333. So it's loads of space. We feel really comfortable. For a 14-hour flight, I think it's needed. So unfortunately we all got the same meal, so there's not much choice for you to see. But we got the chicken, like meatballs, and you get a lovely little side salad, a bread roll, chocolate mousse, cheese and crackers. You get water. Where's your water? Oh, there. And then obviously we'll get some wine with our meal. So I got exactly the same, but Scarlett's opened her chicken so you can see it.